As of recent, we've been introduced with some very promising new titles, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Though they are leaks, they look very promising, especially with all the credibility behind it. I also find these games to be real because of that credibility. I'm not going to get into the proof, but from what I have seen, they seem pretty legit, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing what Game Freak can do with these Kanto reboots. Apparently, Red and Blue are going to be in the games, but they are not the main characters. Regardless though, they are going to be present. There have also been traces of Pokemon Go apparently playing a part in these games, all 7 generations of Pokemon, and even new possibilities of Gorachu being Pikachu's evolution. Then again, everything I am saying though is just rumors and speculation at this point, so take everything I say as a grain of salt. If these games are real though, I am super curious to see what sorts of new mechanics there will be. Today, I'm going to be talking about some of the new mechanics I would actually like to see in these new Kanto reboots. So without any further ado, let's hop right into this list of new mechanics I would love to see. So my theory for these games is that this is going to take place maybe a few years after the events of Ultra Sun and Moon, so Red and Blue are much older this time around. I also think that Professor Oak would be retired at this point, being around the age of either 65 to 70. I think as Professor Oak's grandson, Blue would take over Oak's lab as well. Blue would be around the age of 20, and with the Pokemon knowledge he's gained over the years, I can totally see him being the main Pokemon professor. As for what Red does, I'm not sure, considering he's a very silent character. Maybe he can aid the player in some way. Kinda sounds mysterious. But like I said earlier, I do not think they will be main protagonists considering what the leaks said about it. As I mentioned in the introduction earlier, the leaks have mentioned that Pokemon Go is going to be playing a role in these games in some way, shape, or form. To be honest, I really don't want Pokemon Go to play a part in these games as they are both two totally different systems. I'm not sure about how the leveling would work neither, unless they come up with a new system. Though I'm not a fan of Pokemon Go being a part of these games, I guess I can say it would be pretty interesting to see some fun-filled activities involving Pokemon transferred from Pikachu and Eevee Go. An activity could be walking with Pikachu and Eevee, and this could raise their friendship level, making it easier for Eevee to evolve into Espeon or Umbreon, which, by the way, Umbreon's better. They may also be able to pick up certain items only obtained from Pokemon Go, and the player could transfer them over to the Switch titles, and they could perform special tasks. These concepts with Pokemon Go sound very interesting, and if it's true, it makes me wonder what Game Freak and Niantic would be able to pull off from working together. Generation 7 introduced the concept of different foreign Pokemon known as Alolan forms. Though I'm not a big fan of Generation 7, I will say that these forms are pretty cool, especially Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales. They are pretty freaking adorable. I think what these new games should do is introduce more Pokemon with regional forms, just like in Alola, except have Johto Pokemon have different forms of Kanto or any other Pokemon. There are hardly any other regional Pokemon native to Kanto, and with 300 plus new Pokemon since Heart Gold and Soul Silver, our last visit to Kanto, I think Game Freak should introduce us with some new Pokemon forms for the brand new Pokemon that have come out over the years, rather than keep the same exact ones. Like, I would really love to see a Kanto regional Wurmple, maybe have it be a grass and bug type and the player could find it in Viridian Forest, something like that. I think that there should be more regional forms of Pokemon. It would be a great concept for older Pokemon fans to see the new Pokemon in a lot more different style, if that makes sense. I've said it a lot in my previous videos that I'm not a big fan of Generation 7, but I gotta admit, seeing Lily and Gladian appear again would be quite the treat to see. I would love to see Lily as a rival of some sort, or even a professor's assistant, kinda like Bianca in Pokemon Black and White 2. Lily also has an Eevee in the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, so I think that would be a cool touch. Maybe Eevee could be sitting on her shoulder or something. Gladian I could see as a Kanto champion after Lance, and you as a protagonist would have to face him in the same exact way Red did against Blue. I think it's a perfect way to incorporate them both because they mentioned going to Kanto. This would only work though if Red and Blue were older and these games took place around the same time as Generation 7 or a little later, so we'll see what happens nonetheless. With Gorachu being recently revealed and with Eevee being the potential box Pokemon of these new games, I think it's safe to say that we may have a new normal type evolution. This would be a normal evolution for Eevee with basic level up mechanics. I think this could work out better than introducing a brand new type completely. I mean, it would technically be a new type, but you get what I mean. If they were going to incorporate Gorachu though, I feel like they would have to make a normal evolution. I can see it being a fully grown Fennec Fox with a variety of really powerful normal attacks, primarily a physical attack. Well, that wraps up my list of new mechanics for the new supposed Pokemon games coming out. I think these mechanics are very possible and they would be interesting to add to the new Pokemon games. I really think that these games take place after the events of Sun and Moon, as it makes more sense to have Red and Blue be older considering they aren't going to be the main protagonists. Regardless though, these leaks are not 100% confirmed, but they definitely do have a lot of credibility behind them. To me, I think they are real though, and these are going to be the next Pokemon games we get. What do you guys think though? Do you think they're real, and what do you think will be some of the new mechanics? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream a lot of Pokemon content like shiny hunting, showdown battles, and even Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky speedruns. I am currently in partnership push for Twitch, so if you guys could come down and support, I would love that a lot. Want to support me further and gain cool perks? Check out my Patreon. Fly Jubilee and Daniel Leone did, and I wanted to thank them personally for going above and beyond. It means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mystic Umbreon, and I will see you in the future for some more awesome Pokemon content.